everybody, to the Jin Air SSL Premier League. We're going to jump into the final match of the night. It will be Maru versus INnoVation. If there's one match that you want to tell your friends, hey, you got the sick match going on, it's this one. It's a TVT between two of the best turns in the world.
That it is. Maru is 2-3 in this tournament. Put the asterisk next to that he lost to Stats, of course, who 2-0'd him deftly. And I mean, Stats is the best player in the world right now, and is incredibly good at PvT. Not to mention his PvZ, which he won the GSL finals off of. And INnoVation is, of course, undefeated in this tournament at 4-0, defeating last week Dark 2-0, his former teammate. We'll see if he can continue the streak here. I'd say there's a high chance he does take the 2-0, but even still, it should be an incredible TVT. Maru, you know, has been known for his TVT in the past. Doesn't feel like it's as strong recently, but he won the very first SSL, actually, against Dream in that matchup. And also played some really good TVT in Pro League. It's always important to have, if you're a strong Pro League player, you're always good at the mirror, because as a Terran, you normally come out on a Terran map, so there's a lot of mirrors in Pro League. And he did do very well there. Here are our maps.
Yep. Nuker Precinct to start, then Abyssal Reef for the second map, and then Daybreak to finish us off if we do make it to map number 3 for this best of 3. Both these guys in the chat, they're like, oh, please go easy on me. And Maru's like, oh, I should be the one saying that. You go easy on me. Seems like both these guys kind of feigning nervousness, perhaps. But either way, guys, Maru versus INnoVation, game number 1 on Nuker's Precinct right now.
Maru, 조성주. INnoVation, 이신혁.
Fly, better fly. Jin Air. Green.
Jin Air!
They do that every single time. Down here in the bottom right, it is Maru in the red.
His opponent is INnoVation in the blue. Maru is going to proxy.
And INnoVation is going to proxy.
Okay. Well, there was a lot of banter in the chat, which you guys saw the
Tons
end
of banter
on the stream. Of course, if you speak Korean, if you don't, then it's not helpful. But basically, they were both just joking that the other was stronger, and at the end of it, Maru was like, it's just so tough for me these days. And INnoVation was like, well, why don't you just take a rest and don't practice and don't try hard?
Yeah, and Maru's like, well, I gotta practice in order to just be okay, you know, to just be normal. So both these guys, but look at this. I mean, it's going to be the same build for both, but INnoVation gets it down sooner, and I think, I don't know, it's about the same distance. Maybe Maru's is slightly closer.
It's really hard to say. I'd say, yeah, a little bit closer.
This is going to get really interesting.
Yeah, so the cool thing about mirrored proxies like this used to happen at TVT with both players, like proxy Banshees, for example. You have to micro the attack as well as the defense. And what you prioritize is super important. And usually you want to prioritize your Reaper control, but you also need to make sure your SCVs are controlled well on the other side of things. Sometimes when he's prioritizing his defense, he's not looking at his Reapers, and you're controlling your SCVs, maybe get a surround. It's pretty unlikely, but, you know, things like that do happen. So faster Reapers here for INnoVation, but that's because, I believe, as you said, just a little bit closer from Mars, so it took him a little bit longer to make his barracks because he spent that extra time walking. So I mean, this is almost dead even, mirrored how close these two are in the production versus distance. They should hit each other as virtually exact as you can get of time.
The two SCVs stay here for Maru, whereas on the opposite side for INnoVation, they both go home. So INnoVation gets more mining, whereas Maru will have the stronger attack with his SCVs.
And the potential to bunker, unlikely that will matter, but there we go.
Here we go.
All right, they're going to hit at the exact same time here. INnoVation shows first. Maru will have time to react. Here comes down the D8 mines. And SCVs are going to help buffer. INnoVation is not microing it at home at all, whereas Maru does. And this is the kind of multitasking I'm talking about is super important. SCV's getting kills. Meanwhile, as this micro on the attack from Maru works out really well.
This is getting crazy, man. We've entered Toontown now, trying to go in onto the mineral line. There are both of these players, and I feel like they're killing SCVs at pretty much the exact same rate. If you look at their left side, 4 Reapers coming out. It's really going to come down to who mines more, I think, and who eventually gets the more Reapers.
Okay, well, there's not enough gas for INnoVation to make another one right now. Whereas, I guess we're going to trade. They're going to flip CCs across. Look, the Reaper count is dead even at 5. 3 SCVs to 1 in INnoVation's favor. He has
That's
more
really
money
big.
and less gas.
I mean, once he lands that orbital, he's going to have more mining sooner, right? 3 SCVs to 1 is pretty big. He also has the bigger bank, which somehow, okay, he's making more Reapers.
Yeah, keep in mind there's like more Reapers queued up for him, so like he has,
he's making Marines.
Yeah, he's making Marines because he didn't have enough gas to make any more Reapers. I think one of them had more queued up on the barracks that they couldn't be making at the same time. As we're going to see, this is insane. All right, the barracks are the CCs are going to fly past each other here.
Yeah, they do see each other.
We may see an invade. Yeah, look, INnoVation's going to invade the production. He's looking for it. He doesn't
find it. You
find
gotta be so careful.
Yeah.
If you start the attack and you're not winning, running away from the Reapers is so hard. We got to look at those Reapers going head to head right now. Okay, looks like nothing's really going on. We're just looking at the. Okay, Maru's gonna land there. Okay, here's the Reaper fight. That one poor Marine doesn't quite stand up to the Reapers.
Okay, the CC is actually here for Maru, so him attacking this location while also being able to defend where he will potentially be mining from is super important. Okay, coming in here, the charges go down first for Maru. He's already able to hit these barracks though. INnoVation is mining on the underground side here, Maru mining on the top. But it seems to be a favorable position for Maru. He has the high ground, and he's able to hit these barracks in the retreat. They don't regen health. This looks to be a winning position for Maru, no matter which way you look at it.
He's got to lift those barracks, I think.
Yeah, he has to. Oh, he's just going to try to fight. This will never work.
He needs to try to fight. Okay, here's the fight. The mine's coming out, and actually, Maru losing a bunch of his Reapers already. INnoVation coming on in. This fight now that he has more Reapers, although a lot of them are low, and now Marines popping out.
That's the other advantage of having these barracks here. The Marines come out. Maru used his mines too early in that fight, and then INnoVation was able to make his mines connect. Started the fight off well, had a good position, but that's it. GG.
INnoVation taking game 1, and what a crazy bonkers game that was, man.
Oh, such a careful position he had. He had the ability to hit those barracks. He had a positional advantage in that sense. The mines, though, connecting with those Reapers and blowing them up, instantly giving him the numbers advantage. INnoVation. He gets those 2 Marines out of the barracks. What a weird game that was, though. Felt like fan service. And INnoVation takes the game 1. We expected him to take the series 2-0. We did not expect the first game to be such a clown fiesta of sorts. As Maru wears his trademark Barbie bracelets. Look, I mean, if this is how the series is going to go, I wanted longer, more macro-oriented games, but I guess anything goes. Abyssal Reef will be the map for game number 2.
Yeah, another 2-player map. It's definitely possible they do the same thing again. I would highly doubt it, but if they really wanted to get cheeky, as you see both of them kind of smirking in the booth, no chat this time, just GG.
Yeah. All right, going into the official lobby now.
Yeah, and so let's jump into game number 2 right now. Maru, can he come back? Will INnoVation take the 2-0?
Maru, 3. INnoVation, INnoVation.
Well, here we are on Abyssal Reef for game 2. And down in the bottom right, it is INnoVation, or rather Maru in the red.
His opponent at the top left is INnoVation in blue. It's been a long night for us, Valdez, with no breaks, basically. I had to sneeze during one of the breaks, but I just couldn't do it. It wasn't enough time. It's going to be gas first for the two on this map. Now, this is a two-player map, but this map might as well be called Colossal Reef with how large it is. Distance much further than we saw.
What does abyssal really mean?
It's like something that's in an abyss-like location, I guess, in this case. But what is an abyss? I mean, it's a chasm. It's something that you know is deep, dark, perhaps far away and unobtainable, right? I mean, it's an abyss. You know, it's something that.
Yeah, hold that thought. We got double gas for both these players really early on. So
Korean commentators having a lot of fun with this one. The fans were laughing at the, again, comical chat from the two players.
So abyssal means related to or denoting the depths or bed of the ocean, especially between 10,000 and 12,000 feet, or for you other people out there, 3,000 and 6,000 meters down.
Wait.
That's what abyssal means.
Yeah, well, that's like a really specific. What's past 12,000 though?
I don't know. I need to get into Wikipedia, and we're casting right now. So
like what happens after that? It's like advanced abyssal. Like I always just thought abyss is just like something that's like deep, dark, and far away. It doesn't have to be related to water, but in this case, it ends up being a really textbook definition. Oh, this is why I'm not an English teacher. I have to be a commentator in Korea.
I mean, what wasn't your major like English lit or something like that?
Yeah, literature, not teaching or definitions of.
That's true.
I mean, I know what abyssal means, but I'm not good at defining it. Sorry.
It's okay. You did better than I did.
Sure. Just end up with 10 to 1,000. Fish got so scared by the Reapers. So Reapers on both sides.
These guys are doing the exact same build.
Yeah, I mean it's a mirror matchup, and there's a line of symmetry on the production tab.
Oh, that's
faster depot. Faster depot for Maru. He's ahead. Okay. Well, I mean this is just going to be really even. Oh, line of sight blocker advantage, but he squanders it. He's got the SCV and the second Reaper though. Maru's going to lose this one. And the Hellion comes across here. This is going to be a slight advantage to INnoVation. Cyclone coming out. Ooh, Hellion here looking for the lineup shots.
Oh boy, that Hellion's going to go down. And now we're sitting at 2 Hellions and a Reaper ahead for INnoVation. So he can begin to poke. Oh man, the supply depots are down too. Maybe he just wanted to let them in because of the Cyclone. Actually,
Cyclone has
good move.
Hyper DPS in a scenario like that. Ends up being even at the end, but had he made, had he had like a CC on the low ground or something like that, that could have been a little more of a scary situation. Speaking of which, INnoVation does have his CC coming up first. Maru is queued. His Reaper barely gets down that cliff in time to escape. As this is a bit of a weird situation. This Hellion coming in is actually significant. It's going to delay the CC. Meanwhile, harassment by INnoVation in the main base gets an SCV. 4 kills in total on this bad boy. He gets out alive. Come back in for some more harassment later. So he already made his CC slightly faster, delayed it slightly. It's not a massive lead for INnoVation, but have to give him that edge in this game. Not to mention as well, his CC is on the low ground versus Maru's CC being on the high ground. So I did it. I defined all the ways.
You did it. Here we are. So, yeah, I mean, this is kind of what we were expecting. INnoVation just extremely strong across all matchups. Definitely one of the best players in Korea right now. And finally, we have a deviation in build. Maru is going for an earlier 3rd CC.
Yeah, he, I guess, identified he's a little bit behind and also knows that with a super turtley, almost curled up in a ball playstyle he was playing here with how defensive he's being, it's going to be hard for INnoVation to identify this 3rd CC, and even if identified, punish the 3rd CC. So it takes a small hit early, but we'll have the follow-up. 2 Ravens for both players, if I'm not mistaken. The second Raven from Maru a little bit slower, but this is a lot of DPS you can put out here with 2 Ravens of auto turrets, the Cyclone and the Marine push coming across the map. Maru does have that 3rd CC, so he has less units. He needs to get into a good position up here at the top of the ramp. This Marine is going to get blown up immediately if he steps one further bit out. See you later. Okay, he needs to set up for the defense.
Every unit counts at this point. He's going to pull 2 SCVs. Down come the auto turrets. There are 3 here for INnoVation, only 2 for Maru.
He's got a siege tank though. See if he can last with it. It's up on the high ground here, and one more cyclone does pop out, but down. The siege tank is targeted.
Oh, he doesn't get it though. INnoVation just pushing a little bit too far. Not able to take out that siege tank. One lone Marine lives to tell the tale. He's earning the Purple Heart.
A huge cheer comes out from the Maru side of the crowd as that is defended. It almost felt like it goes down for sure. It just narrowly does not get it. And this actually swings the game back into Maru's favor because not only does he take a lead in units, but he has that 3rd CC. INnoVation has one coming up though, and this game is really close. And once again, INnoVation CC is on the low ground, so he's going to have mining from it first. Maru will have the faster 3rd mule. And I mean, it's really tough to identify who's ahead. I mean, that was a situation where Maru had a tough time defending, but did defend. It's almost safe to say we're dead even. INnoVation also has the faster stim.
Yeah, it's just that tank that lives, you know?
Yeah.
That one tank, that pesky tank. If he takes out the tank, I think INnoVation's ahead, but now I'm liking Maru's position. He's going to be a little bit more active than INnoVation too. He's moving out onto the map, trying to get his tanks into siege position without INnoVation knowing at that 3rd base.
No, look, he also, Maru is just, he knows INnoVation so well. He attacks the 3rd base before he knows it's there for sure, then scans it just to see if there's any units in position, then goes ahead and grabs lock-ons here with the Cyclones. Siege tanks do get in position to defend though, but Maru has the better numbers here. He's just going to fight. He doesn't have air control though, so he needs to win this early on the ground. Ravens do pull back here, and the Vikings winning here for INnoVation, unfortunately though.
Oh boy, those Ravens on the left are going to go down. These tanks just going to be out of there, and it looked like it was 3 auto turrets to 1 that was out of position for Maru, so just better microed there by INnoVation, and Maru just trying to be a little bit too active perhaps.
Yeah, he didn't get a vision advantage on the tanks, and obviously he didn't have air control there. Didn't pull his Ravens back, so he lost them. They're super expensive. And I think he had like a 1 tank advantage for a second, and then you know, just the rallied tank came down the rallied Vikings. I mean, INnoVation had a defender's advantage here. So now with the lead in Vikings still, he's going to move across the map here. Does overextend though, these weakened Vikings with low health, and Maru does have a few popping out of those starports. Going to chase really far here.
And this is the position on Abyssal Reef, TVT, or just TV anything where you're making tanks, because you can siege up behind this mineral line and just be so annoying. You deny a lot of mineral patches there, and you can even take out a supply depot if it's in that position. Don't think it should have been built there, but either way, Maru's going to have to send most of his SCVs over to the right side. You can see Maru does have the air advantage, so he's denying the airspace above those tanks for now.
Yeah, for the time being. INnoVation repairs and has auto turrets he can place, so in a defensive engage, maybe he can just land these. Ooh, tops the auto turrets. Will lose a Raven. Gets a Viking for it. Let these weaken, and he had the repair, so he's trying to make this valuable. Unfortunately, it's just not. Stim up for 1 Marine. He's doing it. He has very few Marines on the map, but he'd have that early stim. Stims here, doesn't get any kills. Will be taken out. But so much mining was lost, despite the fact that this looked like a win for Maru in this micro engage. There's just the big picture win is for INnoVation. Has more mining overall, has more stim. Marines going to come over here and catch these tanks. No buffer. The siege is real. And this is going to be so much lost. Maru not having any Vikings over here. He will eventually push this back with 9 SCVs go down, 12 SCVs go down.
Unseats the tank.
I mean, he's just forcing lost mining time. The tank he should have been picked up there, but this is disastrous. INnoVation takes a massive lead now. Auto turret.
So that's where all those SCVs were dying as well. I mean, when I look at the unit tab, so many Marines right now for INnoVation and medevacs. I mean, just Marine medevac and 1 tank, whereas Maru looks like he's almost going mech with like a sprinkle of Marines in there, although that's not what he's trying to do.
2-2 started faster for INnoVation as well. I mean, that's one tiny thing he has going for him. They're about to be even on upgrades though. This is just a larger army though, no matter which way you look at this game. INnoVation has this force of units as well as 6 medevacs with this, so he can attack from multiple angles. It's going to be tough against Maru's continued air presence. His Viking lead right now to actually commit to drops, but I think just attacking by ground, he sees a weak point here. 1 tank in position, he's going to hit it, and he blows it up immediately. More reinforcements coming. Tanks on the left side could siege here. INnoVation is going to have to take the angle to the north right now, as even a Liberator drops down Liberation Zone, but he's in range of the CC and SCVs. He's going to take out this refinery. He scans, great scan there to hit these tanks. And he's going to start working on that CC. Perhaps these Vikings should have landed earlier. By the way, they're going to stay in the air, and he's going to now chase down these medevacs.
Ooh, hot pick up there. Picks up the tank, does unsiege it this time, and you know, just another small advantage. He's not overcommitting. A very nice angle that he took there, really forcing Maru to re-siege, unsiege, and do stuff like that. But INnoVation does win out in the end, and does have that 4th base on the way. Much bigger army. You guys can see up in the top right the economy and the supplies and kind of what's going on right now, as Maru just is desperately trying to hold on to this 3rd base.
That he is. The TBT prowess here is just definitely an INnoVation's on his side of the court, in the blue side, as this is just dominance right now. This would have been one way to really overextend, which he hadn't been doing throughout the game against the air control. This is what I was talking about earlier. He has the medevacs to be able to split Maru apart, but it's tough to use them on the attack against so many Vikings. 2-2 is finishing up here, significantly faster than Maru's. He has a window where he has that massive upgrade lead. He has a 4th base. Big stim here, no siege up, but INnoVation has reinforcements coming down still. This is just more units here for Maru, and this is going to be a great exchange for him. Trying to get his way back into this game. Absolutely the best thing he could have asked for.
Yeah, just catching INnoVation with his pants down just a little bit. Just a little peek.
Ooh.
The Vikings are still here.
Yeah, there's a sensor tower now. Can't be doing this anymore. Gonna get caught.
Yeah, you just can't afford to do that. Good presence of mind by Maru to keep those units over there, saying, okay, they'll be more useful on the left side of the map, just making sure I don't get killed by a Doom drop into my natural, because that's one way that I would lose hard. And he's still got a very nice defensive position up by his 3rd base. And finally starts a 4th CC. You can see that INnoVation's 4th is up by miles for sure, but at least he is getting that up in due time.
INnoVation has no Vikings. He's just going to try to brute force his way in. He has 4 times as many Marines, 60 to 15 right now. He's just going to brute force his way through without air control, just by numbers. The value of the Marines he has here, the 2-2 lead he has still for 2 more seconds here. Now he's going to be able to force down the CC. He's going to go for a drop as well around the Vikings.
Really nice control as we see the debris floating on up. There's the drop coming on in. He takes out the CC, and there is no response in the main for this drop of INnoVation.
This may just be the final nail in the coffin in this best of 3. He has Vikings, but nothing else really. This is going to be the win here for the Terran in blue. INnoVation will take the series 2-0. GG.
Nicely done. A bit of a wonky game in game 1. A straightforward one that was also pretty mirrored, but now we have our 2nd wanted player in SSL Premier. It's INnoVation.
But INnoVation has won 1 match against all 3. He's gone 2-0 in the TVP matchup, the TVZ matchup he did on week 2, and now on week 3 he's won the TVT. So he is 6-0.
Yeah.
He has not lost a single game. He's played every matchup. He is number 1 currently now after this 2-0 in our rankings for the SSL.
And I'm glad that you mentioned it and we have that achievement pop up, because in a way, this is, well, not in a way, I think this is just straight up a bit more impressive than Solar's, you know, 6-1, or I think it's 6-2 so far that he is, because Solar played against only Protosses, and it's his strongest matchup, whereas INnoVation is like, yeah, I'm just the best.
And he's played against strong players.
Yeah.
Defeated Dark, an SSL champion. Maru, another SSL champion of a time long past. A great Terran player, a great TBT player. Against and Dark, one of the best DBT players. And then also Zest. Yeah, I mean, this is he looks stronger than Stats currently in this tournament. So, you know, INnoVation, he won the IEM Gungi top performance going into the World Championship as well in Katowice. He's not a player to be forgotten, and I'm sure no one did, because he's just unstoppable right now. He is not atrophied without Pro League. He still looks to be the best Terran in the world.
He is so strong, and the big matchups to watch are going to be INnoVation against Stats, INnoVation against Solar. I mean, we already had Solar versus Stats, so it's really those two that I'm looking forward to personally, and I think you guys should be as well.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to wrap things up here as the fans start to get out of their seats to go chase down the pro gamers to give them gifts. And let's take a look at our results for the evening. 2-1 for SOS over Stats, then 2-1 for Alive over Dark, and then Patience took the 2 over Biel. Solar narrowly getting the 2-1 over Zest, and then our final last 2-0. INnoVation sits at the top, 3-0 and 6-0, just above Solar,
who actually is 6-3. He's
6-3,
3-2-1s so far.
So, look, all against Protoss in his most dominant matchup. INnoVation wins all 3.
If Biel actually defeated Patience tonight, then Biel would also be 3-0, but that is not the case. So guys, the next matchup next week, Solar versus INnoVation. There's one of those matchups. You guys got to definitely check that out. Then Zest versus Patience, Maru versus Alive, another great TVT, SOS versus Biel, Stats versus Dark.
Going to be here, same time, same place, Monday at 7 p.m. at KST. If you are here in Seoul, we actually had a lot of Western fans down at the studio today. Be sure to come and turn up. If you want to, you can buy tickets online, look it up on our website, or you can buy tickets here in person as well once you arrive. All ticket sales do go directly to the players, so keep in mind that you're literally saving esports when you buy a ticket.
Literally, quite literally.
Yes.
With your help. So, looks like that's going to be it for us, guys. Thanks you once again for watching. I love the format of this tournament. It goes by like you're snapping your fingers. So many great matches right in a row.
Absolutely. So, guys, thanks so much for watching. We are going to do a drawing for SSL Classic. You guys can basically pick the players here. It's going to be between the 30th and the 5th. It's a fan vote as far as I know. So you can do it on Neighbor Esports or Esports and Game. So yeah,
I think you go to Neighbor Esports and then go to Esports and Game.
Sorry,
and you find it there. So if maybe someone can make a Team Liquid post or something like that, and get that information out about how you can get that down. Thanks to all these people that bought tickets. That's right. What these names are.
All the ticket players. Where's Sue's name? Did they let him sit for free? That's not fair. Maybe he got 2 tickets. Oh, I sat in 1.
Yeah, perhaps. But either way, guys, that is going to do it for us here at SSL Premier. Thank you once again for watching from me and Wolf, and we'll see you guys next time at the Nexon Arena.